was fun.
Places.
Hi, I'm Jen.
And I'm Sarah. And
we're the Broadway Brides of the Bay.
On location in New
York City.
Welcome to the next review vlog of the Broadway Binge 19.
Yes.
And this one goes out to Tootsie!
Yay!
So Jen and I heard about the show when it was, I guess, workshopping or in Chicago.
Yeah. Yeah.
And when we started to see the social media, it was kind of, we knew we were going to see it.
We knew. And we had friends in Chicago that saw it, that sent us a program from Chicago and said it was really cute and that we should definitely not miss it. So
yeah, and what we knew about the show is that it's based on the 80s movie starring Dustin Hoffman, which I know is a favorite of mine.
Yeah,
I mean, any sort of show that revolves around, a theater or, just performance and stuff, it was just a fun movie to watch. So no brainer for us to head to this show.
No, not at all.
Yep. So we headed to the theater, and this is actually a first for both Jen and I to see a show at the Marquis Theater located at the Marriott Marquis. And wasn't our favorite theater.
Not even close. No. Broad, not even close. No.
It feels like you're in a casino.
Yeah.
It's a really huge hotel. It's like one of, I think, Marriott's flagship.
It's their flagship
property.
Marriott Marquis
and the
in
location,
the middle of Times Square.
Location is prime, but man, I don't know. It just didn't. You didn't get the same feeling when you walked in to go. It was this whole cattle call where you went up the escalators and did this whole thing, and so it just wasn't our favorite theater at all, sadly. So, but anyway, we headed into the theater and over toward merch, and sadly, they didn't have a magnet or a pin. Maybe because they're still in previews. Who knows? I'm sure the magnet and the pin are coming.
Yeah,
but
we did get something.
They had a T-shirt that both caught our eye for so many reasons.
As soon as we saw it, we both knew we need that shirt. We need that shirt.
So we've got a lot of love for Dorothy in a lot of ways. From this show, from obviously Golden Girls is very special to us too. And so the friend of Dorothy was...
I'm the rose to this Dorothy. And so, it just,
so we picked up the shirts.
Yeah,
so that's what we got. That's our merch.
Okay, so now we can sit back a little.
There we go. So after that, we headed to our seats. And this time Jen grabbed us front row tickets in the mezzanine. So if you've been following along any of our videos, you know that Jen and I tend to sit in the orchestra.
We always sit in the orchestra.
And but this time the front row of the mezz was available, so you're like, let's do it.
Yeah. And it was the same price as sitting all the way in the back of the orchestra. Yeah. So we were like, why not? Let's just see bird's eye view, front row, aisle seat, that's the money for us. And
so we were a little concerned about, not being able to see or whatever, but never fear, your girls were prepared.
Yes, we were.
Insert video.
This is our Saturday show.
Tootsie. We are sitting somewhere different this time. Front row met, but never fear, your girls are prepared. Don't worry about it.
Oh, we're good. We're really excited to see this show.
How you doing?
Not nice. Okay, let's dive in. Okay, so let's talk a little bit technically about the show. So,
again, keep in mind we're in first previews.
Yeah, so we're in previews. Yeah, so
previews.
We actually had some technical difficulty in the show. It was early on in the show, and someone
first
came
act,
on
for sure,
over the loudspeaker of the theater and asked the actors to leave the stage immediately, that a set piece was caught, and then they closed the curtains. And so we were sort of in a little 5-minute intermission.
But before we did acknowledge, we even were like,
we're like, did you see that? There was something stuck. We did see the set piece.
A set piece stuck. And so then to see the actors go, bye, as they walked off the stage was great. And then to see them come, and then they dropped the curtain.
Yeah. We're at the preview of Tootsie, and they stopped the show. They're having some technical difficulties.
Yeah, that was crazy. I noticed the tree. You saw it too, right?
The set, there's like a tree that comes down, and it was stuck on a set piece, and then they pulled it back up. So we thought they're just going to continue, but they stopped the show. Maybe that would prevent the next scene to come in.
Yeah.
Ooh, that's the joy of coming to previews,
y'all.
I
like it. What do you think so far?
I'm enjoying myself.
Yeah, I mean, he's really good. He is
so charming.
Yeah.
Absolutely adorable.
And I love the new twists on the female perspectives and all that.
Yeah, and
very
she's
cool.
the squirrel from SpongeBob.
Yes.
And
Okay, yeah. And
I recognize her voice immediately.
And Sandy. I love Sandy. Oh, Sandy. Julie and Sandy, right? Yeah. So good. So good.
Yeah.
And then they said, we're going to resume. Ladies and gentlemen, please take your seats. And they brought it back in.
Yeah, and the transition was absolutely flawless. So just want to shout out to Miss Rita Marshall, or the character Rita Marshall, played by Julie Halstead. She brought us back, and it was just as simple as I was saying, and like the audience just
laughed and clapped and everything. One hell of a broad.
Yeah, you're one hell of a broad. Yeah, Julie, thank you.
Yeah, loved it.
Yeah, so that was the little technical snafu. But honestly, you and I both love that kind of stuff. That's one of the reasons why we like going to previews.
To previews. Yeah.
Okay, so let's talk a little bit about standout moments and performances.
Title character right there.
Santino Fontana is...
Come on, man.
I think he's perfectly cast in this role.
Absolutely perfectly cast. I would love to hear what Dustin Hoffman thinks about this. He was perfectly cast.
You made a really good point about how perfect he was in the role.
So much so that when he wasn't on as Dorothy, I missed Dorothy. No offense to Michael. Michael was great and he was fantastic.
That character
as
was
Michael,
great too.
But Dorothy,
he really, like, as soon as she came on, you wanted her to be your friend. You wanted to chat with her. And like you said, every time she wasn't on stage and Michael was, you were like, where's Dora?
She could be our fourth Golden Girl.
Totally. She's Dorothy's abroad. I know she is.
Yeah.
So Santino really, really, really stood out. But he was also supported by some amazing people. So
if you have best friends in your life like them.
Yeah. So it was Sandy, who's played by Sarah Stiles.
Loved her.
Yeah.
Loved her songs. Her comedic timing. There's a scene with her with a blanket that had the entire audience in stitches. I'm curious how she lives that, if she improvs that every night. But man, she
had us in the palm of her hands.
Yeah, and that song is not an easy song to sing. She is giving it. It is a wordy song and. Yeah. And then Jeff, who plays
the roommate or best friend to Michael. He's played by Andy Grotluskin. Dude, I'm so sorry if I mispronounced that.
Sorry, bro.
Yeah, Andy Grotluskin. Dude, you killed it. He was so funny. And you said it too. You're like, everybody needs a best friend like Jeff. Like, keep it real. Let you know. He has a song that's called "Fucked It Up." And the song itself is brilliantly written. It's so funny, and the way he delivers it is just classic. Yeah, it's good. Yeah, it's good stuff. So hats off to that
friend of Dorothy.
Yeah, absolutely. So let's talk a little bit about the character Julie Nichols, and she's played by Lily Cooper.
Oh, and we saw her in SpongeBob.
Yeah. Her voice, I'm a big fan. I really am. Yeah. I love the quality of her voice. I can't articulate what it is, but there's something about it. It's special.
Yeah.
But another thing about the show is that they did update it. There are some twists and turns in this version that are different from the movie, right? And
which we welcomed. Thank you. And they translated it well from in the movie, they're actors in TV. And on the Broadway show, they're actors on Broadway.
Yeah.
Well done.
Translated very, very well. And that particular character carries some of those different twists and turns in the story. And she was just so honest. Yeah. And I believed every word, and it was wonderful. It was a joy to watch her.
Yeah. And we won't give a spoiler on it, but the twist that they made to her relationship with Dorothy in a few scenes, I love the choices that they made to change this, to modernize it a little bit. And it was vulnerable and beautiful, and she sang the shit out of those songs too. So yeah. Unfortunately, the program does not have the songs because it is in preview, so we don't have all of that information.
We don't have the list of the songs.
But her songs were phenomenal.
Yeah. So let's give the folks a little pro tip about the marquee. It wasn't our favorite spot, wasn't our favorite theater, but a pro tip we can give you is again about the stage door. So the main entrance of the theater is on Broadway. However, the stage door is on 45th. So if you're interested in stage touring, make sure
you get your program signed by Santino and the cast.
Yeah, you want to make sure to head that way.
Yeah.
So it's not the same way you came in. So all in all, this is a really fun show. I love that we saw it before it opens.
Me too.
Yeah,
me too.
Really do.
And I see a Tony nomination for Santino.
I do for Santino.
I really do.
I do.
I really do.
That's a prediction I think we can agree on.
Yeah.
This was a great start to our 2-show day that was like the 80s movies into musicals.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah.
Now, cast album, are you pining over it or are you...
No, I'm not. I'll be honest. Like, I love the show. I recommend the show, but I'm not gonna like set my calendar to when the cast album drops. There are a few songs that I find funny and I will look forward to listening to, but the cast album as a whole, I'm like,
maybe when you're rowing, you'll play it.
But it's not one I'll have in heavy rotation.
Right.
So, but it's a very fun show, I think it's a show to take the girls to.
Yeah, go with your girls, go with your broads.
Get the broads together and go see Tootsie. It's worth it.
Yeah.
All right, guys. So I guess we'll see you around the theater.
See you on the other side.
Curtain.